Hey, welcome to Theta On Demand. I'm Bronwyn, and today I'm bringing you a 20-minute strong class with a focus on core. For equipment, we have a couple different sets of weights, so just have those on standby. And when you're ready, I will meet you in a tabletop. So coming to find your tabletop, we're going to place those hands right underneath your shoulders. Knees are going to come underneath your hips, and let's just tuck those toes under in preparation. Finding a nice long spine, we're pressing the floor away. That belly button is pressing up toward the spine, and we're gently hugging those ribs in. So you feel really strong and sturdy right away. And let's just move through a couple cat-cows to start. So with a deep breath in, we're going to drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And with your exhale, we're rounding the spine, tucking that tailbone under, spreading those shoulder blades apart. Let's go for 2 more of those. And take this as your time to check in with yourself. Closing those eyes down. Just notice how your spine's feeling, how you're feeling. Let's go for this one last one. Finding that big exhale. And then coming back to that neutral spine. So somewhere in between the two. Those toes are tucked under, so now we're going to go ahead and lift those knees off the floor, pressing into the toes and the hands. That neutral back stays nice and strong and flat for now. We're going to find 3 more of those cat-cows. So take a deep breath in, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhaling to round the spine. If there's ever too much, you can always just land those knees right back down on the floor and continue with those regular cat-cows. We're squeezing those inner thighs together gently, trying to stay nice and stable through that lower half. Those knees are still 1 or 2 inches off the floor. Last one, we find that big exhale. And then gently coming back through center, let's land those knees down. Take a nice deep breath in, wiggle it out. We're going to do that one more time. So deep breath in. Big exhale, you press the floor away, those knees float. Inhale, you drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, you round the spine, tuck everything under, really press that floor away, belly button pulls to the sky. 2 more. And you should feel those quads turning on right about now. Everything in the whole body activated. Last one. This time, as you exhale, we're going to lengthen those legs, find a downward dog, press it back. Nice. Go ahead, pedal out those heels. Take a deep breath. Let something go with your exhale. And then we'll settle both of those heels back down towards the earth. That pelvis is gently tucked forwards. Nice long spine pressing into those hands, extending through those armpits. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to find that bear again. Land those knees 1 inch off the floor. Exhale, send it back. Inhale to lower those knees. Nice flat back. Exhale to take it long. We're going to go for 5 more. For 4. And every time those knees lower, that spine is nice and flat as if you could rest a glass of water on your back. You're spreading those fingers wide so that we're not dumping weight into the wrists. The last 2. And on your next one, you're going to hold for me in that there. Hold it, hold it. Nice. We're going to swing those knees to the right, pivoting on those toes, and then swinging them back through center to the left. So these knees are on a pendulum. And we're keeping them right underneath the hips still. So if those toes need to walk away from you, just walk them right back in. And you're sort of just twisting that lumbar part of the spine separate from the upper body. You stay nice and strong through those shoulders. Nice. We go for 4. For 3. Last 2. Last one. Coming back through center, stretch those legs long, find your downward dog, take a breath. Pedaling out through those heels. Nice. We're going to find 1 more round of that. So spread those fingers, take a deep breath in, land those heels. Here we go. Lowering those knees down to a hover. Pressing it back to your downward dog. Lowering it back down, ribs are hugging in. You're pressing that floor away. We push down to go up. Good. 3 to go. Can you challenge yourself with how low those knees are to the earth? Last one, you're going to hold it for me. Hold it down there, hovering off the floor. Let's send those knees to the right and to the left. And it should feel nice on the lower spine too. We never sort of take the time to twist it separate from the rest of the body. So let it feel good, even though it's hella challenging. We go for 4. Final 2. Last one. Gently landing those knees back down through center. Find a child's pose, stretch it back. Take a nice deep breath in. If those wrists are feeling it, you can flip those hands upside down. Give those wrists a little stretch. We're going to come off of those hands, so don't worry. Taking a second here to catch your breath, and when you're ready, just bone by bone, roll yourself back up. And we're going to flip over onto our backs. So grab a hold of either 2 light weights or 1 heavy one. I'm going to go for 1 heavy one in both hands. So I have a 10-pounder here. Pick your poison. We're going to come all the way down and find a reverse tabletop. So nice and flat on your back. We're going to lift those knees so that they're stacked right on top of the hips. Shins are parallel to the floor. My back is pressing down into the earth, and I'm reaching those arms right up above my shoulders. So you want to make sure that there's no space between you and the floor. So that means that belly button is pressing down and back, and you've sealed that space. So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, plug it all in. We're going to go for just those arms. Arms are going to reach up overhead. Keeping those shoulders in their sockets, soft bend in the elbows, you bring it back in. Let's keep it those arms. We got 6 to go. When those arms go up overhead, you're going to feel the desire to open up that rib cage, but you're going to knit those ribs back in toward one another. And that's going to help seal that space too between you and the floor. You have 3 more. Finding that breath to connect. Inhale to reach open. Exhale to bring it back in. Last 2. Final 1. Coming back through center, holding those arms still. We're going to go for the legs. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale, seal that space between you and the mat. We're going to send those legs long. So any amount, you're lengthening those legs, upper body stays still. You draw them right back into that reverse tabletop. So lots of options here. You can go long and low, most challenging. You could just lengthen those legs up and down. Or we can go for a tap of those toes. The longer the lever, the longer the leg, the more challenging that's going to feel. So you go where you need to be. We can also always take it 1 leg at a time. And we're connecting that breath again. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to draw it in. And every time you exhale, you're replanting that back right back onto the floor. We go for 3. 2. Last one. Nice. Take a breath through center. We're going to put it all together. Both arms and legs at the same time. We're going to go for 8 of them. That's it. That's all. Big breath. Exhale, plug it all in. Here we go. Inhale to reach open. Nice long line. Exhale, draw it in. Only going as far as you can still keep that contact to the earth. So if you're finding that you're lifting that back, just go a little bit longer, a little bit higher with those legs, or just tap those toes down to the floor. We're halfway. 4 to go. Big breath. Last 2. Finish it. Last one. Exhale, bringing those arms and legs into a tight little ball. You can ditch that weight for now. Grab those knees. Give yourself a little roll side to side. Big exhale. Shaking that off. All right, we're going to continue on our back for a little bit longer. Going to lengthen those legs all the way down to the floor. And switch out that weight if it's come too heavy, but we're going to keep going with it. You can always grab 2 lighter weights as well. Go for whatever you need. With an inhale, we're going to reach those arms all the way up overhead. As you exhale, start to tuck your chin. We're going to peel ourselves all the way off the floor, getting them all the way into a sit-up. And exhale, you're going to come all the way back down. Now this is the one with those ones that's like deceptively hard. Looks easy to just sit yourself up. But I want you to slow things down. Think about bone by bone. So we start here with the tuck of the chin. Top of the spine lifts off the floor. You slowly come all the way up till you can restack that spine, and then you take yourself right back down. Countering that balance with that weight pulling forwards. All the way up overhead, get that upper abdomen working again. Exhale, you pull it in. All the way up. And if you notice that those heels are starting to lift off the floor, trying to sort of counter or give you some momentum, really push down so that you can always bend into those knees. Legs don't have to be totally straight. We have 3 more. Still breathing. It's really easy to hold our breath while we're doing core work. Make it more intentional to use that breath. This is our last one. We're going to stay all the way up. Nice. We're going to bend into those knees, and you're going to bring that weight a little closer to your chest. Sitting up tall, we have a nice long spine, but then we're going to lean back onto those sits bones. Going into our Russian twist here. Your legs, they stay absolutely where they are, squeezing those inner thighs energetically. We bring that weight down to the hip. We transfer through center, we bring it to the other side. We're keeping our chest nice and open. Letting that gaze follow the weight and the hands. And we're keeping it challenging by finding that incline with the chest. You can always take this without a weight, just ditching it completely. We go for 6. Taking this into the obliques now, getting the sides of the body. But truly everything is working because those legs are working overdrive to keep you nice and stable, nice and still. 3 to go. Notice if you're starting to round through the shoulders. Give yourself a little squeeze through the shoulder blades. Last one. Nicely done. Let's lengthen those legs, reach those arms all the way up. Take a breath. Exhale, roll yourself all the way back down. We're going to bring this together. Big reach up overhead. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll yourself back all the way up. Find a tall spine, bring the weight closer to your chest, lean back, Russian twist. Side to side. Coming back through center, lengthen those legs, roll yourself down. Big reach. Exhale, tucking the chin, rolling yourself up. Long spine, we sit it back. Finding that contraction. Coming back through center, big reach, all the way back down. And don't worry if you don't master the choreography, as long as you're getting all of those things in. Full sit up, a Russian twist on a little bit of an incline, and then we're right back down. We're going to go for 4 more. If you get to a point where you're struggling with that weight, I encourage you to just ditch it. Keep moving. We only have 2 left. We're almost there. And this is going to be our final one. All the way up. Lean it back. 2 twists. And then you can just come back through center. Rest those legs. Place that weight down for a second. Shake it off. We're feeling okay. We're almost through it. All right. Gonna get a little bit more into that side body. So we're gonna get into our windmill. And you have a few options here, depending on the flexibility of your inner thighs. Few things for you. So first way, we can take a half windmill. The weight is going to be in your arm, where the same leg, knee is down as arm is up. From here, we're gonna bring that other hand in front of that knee that is bent. So I have my right knee down, left foot stance. We're gonna go for a little side tilt. You're keeping a very mindful watch on this arm that's overhead because we don't want to lose this shoulder, especially if that weight is heavy. But looking down at that foot, you're going to find a little bit of a side bend. Take a look at that upper hand, and then you're going to come all the way back up. You want a little extra space, bend the elbow. Going as low as you can, keeping an eye on that shoulder, you pull yourself back up. This side's doing the work. But this needs a little bit of mobility through that hip. So I'm going to show you an option. If this one's not feeling so good, we're going to stand all the way up. Right toes are going to face forward, left toes are going to face to the side. Soft bend in both those knees. Keep an eye on that weight. You come down. You can send those hips back a little bit and then pull yourself all the way back up. Okay? So find which one works for you. Going all the way to 10. We're at 4. And this can totally be done without a weight as well. Straight legs can happen as well. But we always love a soft bend in the knees so that we have no lock joints. Same thing with that arm up overhead. You're giving me 2 more. Last one. Nicely done. Coming all the way up. Let's bring that right arm down by our side. You can go heavier with this one if you wanted to, or ditch the weight. We're going to bring that left hand behind the ear. Soft bend in those knees, nice and broad through the chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. We're going for a little side tilt here. With that weight in the hand, find a side bend, reaching as far down that leg as you can, stretching out through that left side body. You pull yourself back up through center. All the way down, all the way up. And what we're trying to do here is kind of just slide ourselves down like a teapot pouring out rather than curling that front shoulder forwards. So you notice it's pretty straight down the side. What we're trying to avoid is sort of curling towards it. Then we're taking it out of the obliques and it's kind of just coming into the back. So open it up, keep yourself broad, and tilting right to that side. This hand behind the ear, not really doing anything. What I do it for is a reminder to keep that chest open, right? I could have my hand by my hip, could have it anywhere, but this is sort of just a nice reminder to keep those collarbones wide, that chest open, those shoulder blades squeezing, all of those gentle cues and reminders. We have a soft bend in the knees. And you're always pulling up through that low belly, pressing that pelvic floor backwards, using those ribs to bring yourself back through center. Let's go for 3. 2. Last one. Nice. All right, we're just going to switch it out to the other side. Going into those windmills or half windmills to start. If you want to come back down onto your knee, you're very welcome to. Place that weight in your hand up overhead. Gentle look at it, soft bend in those knees. We're going to reach all the way down. We just worked this side, so we're going to feel it double, but you got this. All the way down, soft bend. Pull yourself back up strong. Feel those obliques turn on. Nice and slow. If it's feeling a little awkward or feeling a little tight through those hamstrings, bend those knees, kick those hips to the side. Really mindful of that shoulder though, especially with that heavy weight in the hand. We got 6 to go. Last 4. Breathing into it. We exhale when shit gets hard. Nice inhale as we go down. Fill those lungs. Exhale, pull yourself up. Last 2. Finish it. All the way up. We're going to release that hand down by our sides. We're going to bring that right hand behind the ear. Open up through those shoulders. You have your side tilt. Soft bend in those knees. We pour it out like a teapot. Nice and slow down the side of the leg. Pull yourself back up. Hug those ribs in. Should feel nice as well. A nice big side body stretch. Inhaling to lengthen. Last 4. Last 2 here. And our final one. Amazing. You can ditch that weight, shake things off, make sure you stretch it out. But that is your 20-minute strong core. Thanks for stopping in.